are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Corner. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Pour. And once again, here on a Tuesday, the Tuesday before Super Bowl 58 in Las Vegas, it is the Barnes and Tony Show. Anthony, how are you, my friends?
I'm doing well, dude. Beautiful Tuesday out there. Great weather, crisp. Excited for the Super Bowl. One day closer. Rangers win. We'll get into that, I'm sure. So I'm stoked to be here, bud.
Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, definitely pumped up for sure. And just so much going on this time of year. And just baseball, every day we inch a day closer. And I'm just more and more excited. And I believe we have a couple fellas in the chat that are riled up as well.
Of course, as always. We have Kev Dew in the house, dude. He is saying greetings and salutations. We want the smoke. Brian, shaking my head. You should believe in the pick guru. But you hit on my picks. SMH, may the best team win. Hashtag TC, hashtag DTV, hashtag February 18th. Wow, what a hashtag, dude.
Before we get to Michael Bukta here, who we know is jacked up, let's just talk about this for a second. No, listen. Kev, great job this year. No one's denying that.
Right.
I just think almost like going back to an old saying, he's due law of averages. And I just, when I see a scenario, and it's like the same thing with Madden, I haven't played him and he might kick my ass, sure. But when I see a scenario where I feel like when it comes down to it, I should be able to handle it. I want to give it my best shot, and I just want to do it. And I just love competing, and you know that.
We're talking about Madden, right?
Madden picks,
you
know what I'm
anything.
Saying? Like when I feel like something isn't out of the realm, I'm all for like, let's go.
Oh hell yeah,
let's give it our best shot type of deal. Like with bowling,
right? Of course, dude. No, yeah, absolutely love it.
And then we do have Michael Bukta. TV's plugged in, right? I just have to power her on.
Should be, yeah.
Okay.
Nice, dude. Yeah, Michael Buckton has saying morning boys with the Z, and he says Lakers beat the Hornets by 6 after leading by 21 in the third quarter, dude, which is pretty crazy. And he goes, which I think we could use some more context here. He goes, also, nobody wants to see Tom Cruise die in a movie. It would ruin the movie. I don't know, Brian. Do you Tom Cruise movies? Anything? Mission Impossible?
Scientology?
He's a Scientologist. That's correct.
Yeah, so that's where I kind of lost.
Yeah,
he's up to no good.
I mean, clearly up to no good.
Let's face it, though. You know what I mean? Like, let's say that. I know,
right?
Because it seems like he's one of those people that like everybody like loves. Like, you know what I mean? But like, oh, he's such a nice guy. So is he? Is he a nice guy?
Yeah, that's right. You're hot on the Scientology, right? The wife hasn't been seen, dude.
Well, I mean, come on.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Like,
why is this guy allowed to do all these things and no one can touch him?
Yeah.
Why is that okay?
I don't know. Because it's religion, I guess.
Yeah.
Tough.
But speaking to what he said about the Lakers, I did see that. And as a wise man once said, not good. Like, you know what I mean? You won, but that's pretty bad.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I feel like I didn't watch the entire game, but I saw it. I mean, AD played triple-double, right?
Oh, I actually didn't even look up the numbers.
I'm pretty sure it was like 27 points, like 15 rebounds, 11 assists, something like that.
Okay, because the only thing I saw from the game, I didn't watch it at all because I was watching Rangers, is that Brandon Miller, who's on my fantasy team, second-year player, out of, is it Indiana? Remember, he was the guy, like, they thought he was involved in some, like, murder, and then they cleared him.
Oh, yeah.
Something. Yeah. So he, like, went off.
Right.
So I just saw that. But let's see what we got for statistics here. Lakers have been on fire. I think 4 in a row now. But AD did have the triple-double, 26, 15, and 11. D'Angelo Russell, a guy I always liked, but I feel like he's been underwhelming compared to where he was drafted. 28 points, And what was it? 6 assists, 4 rebounds. Also, LeBron with a standard 26, 7, and 4. So those numbers are good. But you look, if you go to the game cast by quarter, outscored by 8 in the fourth, 2 in the second. So luckily you built that big lead. But just a lot of drama there. I don't know if you heard this too. I forgot if who the heck was it? I guess it was the Michael K show. It was either that or Mad Dog, but I'm kind of thinking it was Michael K. Where they said, I guess after the Lakers beat the Knicks, he was like wearing some Knicks towel like around his neck. I guess he always wears a towel, but right, where that was a neck. So just like everybody's saying, like this is just standard or on the trade deadline when the team is mediocre. He's making his moves, and then they asked him, I think, after the game last night, like about what he wants the Lakers do, and he said that's not the question for me or something like that.
That's so weird, dude. You think he's thinking about going to the Knicks?
No, I think he just wants he just wants to improve the team.
Prima donna.
I just think he wants the team improved.
Yeah. Do you think he's leveraging him leaving to be like, oh yeah, you better bring someone in?
No, because you know what it is? He's got and I know, he has more money than anybody will ever need, but I think his option is like $51 million for next year. So it's like, I know he might just decline it, but I don't know. To be 39 years old, 40 years old, making $51 million.
It's kind of crazy, dude, how much money he's making.
And I think he wants to be in LA from what I could tell.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I'm not close to the situation, but
I feel like he wouldn't go back to like a Cleveland or a small market.
Not Cleveland.
But I mean, the right. I guess. I mean, do you think it really does depend on like where Bronny ends up doing?
I like I said, I'm torn on that. Right. I think it seems like LeBron wants that, but I just, like I said, I don't know if Bronny wants that. Also, I don't know if it's in his best interest to leave USC after this year.
Yeah, clearly.
But you know how there's always a rush, to do that. Also, Michael Bukta is talking about Tatum and Barbie.
Yeah, he's imagining Tatum starring in Barbie, dude. I mean, I like that movie. I obviously, I guess maybe Michael Bukta didn't. But
yeah, I mean, I didn't. I think I might have saw like a 5-second clip, but to me, like it just the sight of it, Gosling, the chief that he is, Margot Robbie, like chill the fuck out.
What do you have against Gosling and Margot Robbie?
Gosling, remember the.
Oh yeah, sweet, stupid.
And then I feel like Margot Robbie, like she's a star, but I don't know. I don't like the demeanor in that movie for some reason. Like I said, I didn't even really see it, but just the sight of it just seemed too much.
Yeah, I guess I could see that. I will say it was nothing that I thought it would be. Like the story, kind of funny, but Will Ferrell's in it too, so you're not.
Like, why do people pay him money? He's not funny, Tony. Like, it's not funny. Like, you think Step Brothers is funny?
I think Step Brothers is overrated. I think it's way too overrated. I think it's funny, overrated. Certainly not like Will Ferrell's best movie.
Or like him and Kevin Hart. What is it? Rock Hard or something?
That movie I hate.
Hard.
No, yeah. Listen, there's definitely some bad movies that he's in. Like he was in the Bewitched remake. Wasn't that good? But I mean, like him in Old School is hilarious.
Elf. Is that really funny?
Elf overrated, I think, as well. But like again, like the first Anchorman, hilarious. Superstar, but just because he says "fuck you, San Diego," why is that funny? It's not because of that. It's not just that.
But is that what everybody would say? Isn't that what everybody would say? That would be like I remember being in middle school when that movie come out, and that was like the huge line and the whole breathtaking Heine and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Tony. I mean, it's just come on. At the end of the day,
that's funny.
What would Tony Soprano say about it?
Oh my God. Donnie says Strays. I don't know what Strays are, but greater than Step Brothers. I really do think Step Brothers is overrated. I'm sure we'll get into that on Binge Buddies later on. But Kev Du, I'm more interested in this, says, I think Michael is a closet Tatum
he's
fan.
trying to stir the pot.
He is stirring the pot.
He's trying to stir the pot.
I mean, I don't know. Michael's picturing Tatum as a Barbie girl. I don't know,
dude. Oh, boy. That is a funny one. Barnes.
Another guy he really hates is the little whiny Curry, dude.
Wow. And it's interesting with Curry. I feel like I'm indifferent at this point, but when he was at Davidson, I loved watching him play, all the 3-pointers. And even when the Warriors, before they won, when he was like on the come up, it was awesome. And then it just got a little nauseating for a while, when they were in the finals 4 straight years. But now that, they did have that one other title, but you see them humanized. So that's why it doesn't bother me anymore. Like, they've been pretty mediocre, especially if you think it goes back a ways. You take out the one title year. I mean, they haven't really, you know what I mean? The record's not that great.
Yeah, they like the regular season record.
Yeah, they lost in the second round last year. They missed the playoffs the previous 2 years. So
not good, dude.
Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna win again. Honestly, Clay's getting benched.
I was thinking benched last night. Yeah,
but like benched, like he didn't play the whole game, or just bench meaning like he's coming off the bench.
Let's see. I don't think he played at all. I mean, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what he was talking about after the post game, and that was the 3rd time I think this season. Or he just played a little bit. He played
probably like in the second half down the stretch.
Oh, yeah, because he played 30 minutes.
Go to his numbers.
Averaging 17 points.
What's the 3-point percentage? 37. It's funny because like you look at it, career 41, 37 is low. Not that 37 is terrible, but it's not like lights out.
Yeah,
like the Klay Thompson we used to know. Yeah,
it's pretty crazy that he's kind of fallen from grace a little bit.
Yeah, because he used to be lights out. That guy, dude, I just picked him up for fantasy, Brandon Podziemski.
Yeah.
Go to his player page. Probably the numbers aren't that great, but he's been going off recently. So let's see. 1st round pick out of Santa Clara last year.
Yeah. Last 10 games.
11, 6, and 4. 31 minutes a game.
Yeah.
I think he had a double. Has he had a double the last 2 nights? Yeah.
Yeah.
A 3. A 3
nights,
double-doubled. So it just seems like a solid player.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah, 20 years old too. So
let's go.
Big future ahead.
Oh yeah, 1st round pick.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's that's what I always talk about, hitting on the pick. It's not a top 5, a top 10. So you love to see that.
Love to see it, dude.
But what else we got here? Michael Bukta, Curry's a crybaby. Your mother says good morning.
Good morning. And then Donnie Schmidt says Strays is the movie with Will Ferrell and Jamie Foxx do the voices for the dogs. Oh no, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I saw the trailer for that. It's like they're dogs. Brian wouldn't like it.
I mean, we allowed Air Bud, but would we allow it in this day and age? I don't know.
Did you like Air Bud?
At the time.
Really?
When I was like really young.
I hated Air Bud even when I was a kid. I thought it was so stupid.
Yeah, I was okay with it just because it was sports.
Right.
I mean?
But honestly, dude, like the basketball obviously out of hand, but then like football one came out and soccer came out. I was like, dude, this is you can't be doing this.
Yeah, like I said, this day and age, it doesn't play.
And then Michael said, I don't think Bronny will be a 1st rounder, which, I mean, I guess time will tell. Again, it's a freshman year, right? At USC.
I mean, he probably would just because of like
his name.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't know. Like I said, I would just, don't rush the development.
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess Donnie is saying that Klay Thompson played 4 minutes in the 4th quarter.
And then Bukta saying only averaging 5.9 points a game, Bronny is at USC.
Yeah, and wasn't ready to start the season.
Yeah.
So I think, like I said, you got to just take it one step at a time at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But that being said, Tony, we got a lot to discuss. Let's start in the world of Major League Baseball.
What a play! Stop it, Yep. And Alonso cracks one of the Mets win the ball game. Out of sight.
And it works at 100 miles an hour. 14 strikeout.
Drove deep to left field. There it goes. See ya.
I can't wait. I want it right now. Like, don't you feel like it'll inject? Like, even you, like, on 3 hours of sleep, like, just the thought of, like, baseball recap every single day, watching games, going to games, going to opening day.
I can't wait for opening day, dude.
I literally am so jacked.
That's going to be sick.
I know we've went over this. I remember now. So I know the Yankees is April 5th, Friday. The Mets is when again?
I thought it was before.
Yeah, because it's a first series. This is the second
so
series.
It's
the Yankees
the
are opening
28th.
And what day is it? The Thursday, and they're doing like the Thursday no off day Friday just in case type of deal.
Yeah.
Against the Brewers, the tribute video.
David Stearns. Senga. That's right, dude. That's sick that we're gonna go to that. I'm really pumped for that, dude.
Yeah. Like I'm ready to go right now.
You want to go to Citi Field right now? Oh, dude.
Trying to think. So with Burns in Baltimore, who's going to be opening day starter for Milwaukee? Because Woodruff is a free agent, right?
Yes. It's a good question. Let's check it out.
Peralta, probably, I guess.
Oh, sorry. I forgot they have Peralta. Let's see. Depth chart. Rotation. Yeah. Freddie Peralta. Wade Miley. So, yeah, probably Peralta.
Boy.
That's not good.
I mean, at this point, trade Devin Williams and get a lot. Or they're probably, I guarantee Devin Williams gets moved to the deadline.
I mean, he's going to have to, dude.
Because I just think with that rotation, how are you going to be in it?
Trevor McGill.
But right? Like.
Yeah, dude. I just, even.
In the bullpen, too, other than Devin Williams. Devin Williams is like ridiculous.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And then offensively, I mean,
William Contreras. Oh, Rhys Hoskins.
William Contreras is okay.
Jake Bowers,
the man of the hour.
I don't really know how, like, most of these players. Obviously, William Adames, we know.
Go to Yelich one more time. I feel like
we've
looked at his stats a bunch of times. That's why I said
no, literally, like we definitely have.
I mean, that is pretty solid. But
278 average.
What is he making? $25 million a year or something?
Probably like 27, 25. So,
I wonder though if he has like one more like 38 and 120 season.
Dude, I think so. He's making between 20 and 20 or 29. Oh, wait, hold on.
Because 20 would be 180.
Yeah.
So, and then another 5 would make it to, yeah. So it's a little under 25 a season.
Not bad.
But I don't think teams, because I mean, that's 4 or 5 more years of control, and he's already 32.
Yeah.
And there was some real bad sprinkled in there. 3 straight years of bad. It's just, I still just don't get it. Bat speed?
Maybe. I guess.
Yeah.
You have to look into it.
But right, I mean, wasn't it every time you're watching SportsCenter, Yelich just going deep?
Literally, dude. I mean, look at 2018, 2019. I mean, he almost won MVP back-to-back years.
Yeah. That was unbelievable. It's just weird, though, because he wasn't that type of power hitter. So I guess the juice ball helped in 2019, but also 2018 was before that, and that was a really good year, obviously.
Yeah, 30 home runs, then 44, and then just significant drop. COVID year, bad. Break your kneecap in the wild card series, bad.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
That's that.
Wow.
Yeah, off the foul tip too. Such a shame.
I'm surprised though that, I mean, I guess we know the conservative nature of what the Mets are doing right now, but I'm surprised no trade talks ever came up with Milwaukee for Yelich. I guess they're okay with the outfield.
I mean, also who knows? Like maybe Stearns is like, hey, maybe Stearns is like, Yelich is probably not going to be
like. I'm glad that I'm not dealing with that contract.
Yeah, maybe, dude.
Yeah,
it must have been a conversation, and there's no way like Burns and Yelich were not a conversation.
Yeah, and then also, I don't know if you heard this on DNR this morning, but both. Rick and Dave married the idea that Alonso gets traded.
Really?
Yeah.
This season.
Yeah.
What was the Cuddle Mary trash though? What was
extension, losing for nothing. And losing for nothing was the trash.
Obviously.
But they just feel like the way like that Stearns is, they're like, he's gonna trade him.
Jesus. They seem happy about it, or they just think that
I think they said no, they would like to keep him, but they're giving their opinion.
Right.
That's what they see happening.
Yeah. I mean, I guess so. I don't know, man. I mean, you think even if like Alonso's pretty solid, he's still going to look to trade him?
Yeah. 100%. That's only going to.
Why does Stearns want to trade him?
Because you got to think about it. And like, because it's not I mean, it sucks to say, but I mean, you would think they're probably projecting. I mean, if I will say what my projection is, but on your end, what do you think they're projecting in terms of when they're going to have a team to win a World Series? Like how far out? Obviously, it's not this year.
Yeah. I would say within the next 3.
Yeah, I was going to say 4 to 5. So I think with looking at that, they're like, why not just like really restock the because I think they're expecting like a ton. And I mean, if they did get especially one guy that's like going to be a superstar starting pitcher, I mean, it probably would end up being worth it.
Yeah. I guess time will tell.
Yeah, but it's like just one of those things.
It's just like so annoying.
Yeah, it is. So I thought that was interesting. And then also I saw in here, Donnie Schmidt had asked us about our thoughts, which this news just came out yesterday. Bobby Witt Jr. of the Royals, 11 years, $288 million. He's 23 years old last year. And I think this kind of goes understated just because it's the Royals. They've been trashed for a while. 30 home runs, 11 triples, 49 stolen bases, and hit 276. So, I mean, what are your thoughts? Plus, there's like he could extend it for 3 more years and another $80 million. So, you know, total value would be like 360, I guess. What do you think of the move for the Royals here?
It'd be what, 360 over 13 years.
I mean, I think it's a home run.
Yeah, I think it is too.
And he's especially because the way money is going up. I mean, you think about free agency 6 years. I mean, he's going to get that in lieu of a most likely $600 million contract.
Oh yeah, literally. So I think that they killed it. And again, I mean, look at those numbers. I mean, are kind of like unbelievable numbers right there. 49 stolen bags,
30 home runs, 11 triples. Like this isn't 1920. 11 triples.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude.
So yeah, I mean, I guess on his end though, it's like it's kind of like, oh, if I end up if my career ends up going down the tubes, doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, obviously he's not going for that.
No, yeah. And then Donnie said that he loves Bobby Witt, but he says he's got a bag. So it seems like maybe he thinks the Royals overpaid.
Well, it's just because like I was just saying, you didn't, you had that control. So 2 full seasons. So we'd have 4 more years of control, including this year, 3 more after last.
Yeah.
And so you could have just seen it out and
and then make it
because because it's like, I mean, if you think about it, I mean, not too many guys just go balls to the wall rookie year, second year, and then just continue that throughout their whole career.
No, literally.
So a lot of times we think we know a player, and we don't. So I guess that's kind of what his point is.
Yeah, no, I guess so. But I mean, rarely do we see a guy go balls to the wall his rookie year and then follow it up with a better year his second year. I mean, that's what Bobby Witt did. I mean, look at his first year, finished 4th in the Rookie of the Year running, 80 RBIs, 20 home runs, batted .254, had 30 stolen bags. So that clearly that's going to be just a theme.
Right.
And even again, like 6 triples last season too. Like, I mean, he was still impressive his rookie year, impressive his sophomore year. I mean, he's obviously trending upwards. So I don't blame Kansas City for locking him up now. I mean, what else Kansas City has going on for them?
Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah, I think it makes sense just because too, it's like it's tough for Kansas City to attract free agents.
Yeah.
So I definitely agree with you there. And then also, a move that is close to home here. The Yankees making a deal yesterday with the Los Angeles Dodgers. So the second trade between them this offseason. They also acquired, Victor Gonzalez for Trey Sweeney earlier. But they acquire left-hander Caleb Ferguson and giving up lefty Matt Gage, who they had gotten from Houston, as well as Christian Zezuda Jr., a low-level pitching prospect. And you look at Ferguson, he's got, 1 more year of control. Last year, a 3.43 earned run average for the Dodgers. I think he made a couple starts. I don't know if that was just as an opener, but did have 70 strikeouts, 3 saves, and those 70 Ks came over 60 innings. walked 23 batters. So that's over a 3-to-1 strikeout to ball ratio. So when I look at this on the surface, I mean, I think it's, a pretty good move. The fact too that, he's only 27, when we were worried about losing, Wandy, and now you have Victor Gonzalez as well. I think this is a move that makes sense for the Yankees.
Yeah, I think so too. Matt Gage, though, I feel like
he barely pitched for Houston over a couple years. Might have been a little younger, but just has thrown 20 innings or something. Like he hasn't pitched.
Okay.
But I mean, Ferguson's numbers are good.
Yeah.
2022, 1.82 ERA over 34 innings. And 2020 didn't pitch that much because of the shortened season, but had a 2.89. 1 year where he struggled, 2019, 4.84. Obviously, we know about Juice Ball, and then his rookie year, 3.49. So over the course of 207 major league innings, his ERA is 3.43, which is kind of
pretty solid.
Isn't it weird though that his ERA last year was 3.43 and his career
ERA
is 3. You don't usually see that.
Yeah, it's very true.
But I mean, what are your thoughts? I mean, good idea. Place Wandy, you're bringing somebody younger.
Yeah, no, I like it definitely because he is younger too. Yeah, I'd say this is a pretty good call. It seems.
Yeah.
And
it just it seems like the Dodgers do things right. So you feel good about getting players from their organization.
Oh yeah.
So I was definitely, the move got me excited.
Yeah, Matt Gage really didn't pitch at all.
No. So I'm good with that. I believe we have a couple more comments.
You probably are correct, dude. Oh boy, yes. Okay. Let's see, where are we? Here we go.
No, I think it's down because we
Donnie
said Bobby
Schmidt.
Witt. I think Michael
Bobby
asked
Witt.
about the baseball
Can we go to baseball game this summer? Obviously, he wants to know if you hate the Red Sox.
Michael, come on.
And then he wants to know if you've been to a Red Sox game at Yankee Stadium.
Again, Michael, come on. He knows the answer to both of those questions.
Oh wow. Donnie says also, I live in Syracuse, Mets AAA team. Who should I go watch play? Any future MLB stars in Syracuse?
Luis Angel Acuna. Is he even going to start in AAA?
I don't think so.
Who's closer to being ready? Gilbert?
Yeah.
But Gilbert will still be at AA too?
Yeah, probably.
So maybe wait till a couple months into this season?
Yeah. I'll probably promote him.
But there you go. Fellow Met fan.
There we go.
It sounds like, or no?
Lives in Syracuse? I mean, I don't know. I can't tell yet.
But I mean, if you're a Yankee fan in Syracuse, you're really going to go to the Mets AAA? Like, I don't think so, right?
I mean, not if you're you or Domac, I guess.
I don't know. But the one thing I'll say, Tony, and I know you can agree with me this to some level anyway, is that minor league baseball, like, it's kind of it's you want it to be your team to watch, because you want to say, okay, these are the guys that I'm going to see in the majors. Like, that's what you want to see. So if it's not your team, it's a little more difficult because you're not familiar with the guys.
I mean, when we went to the Yard Goats game, I had a ton of fun there. That was
great park.
Dude.
Great
Donuts.
Park. Yeah. Oh, it's embarrassing. He's an Oakland A's fan.
Oh, that's tough.
But I don't know. I just have a feeling in a few years, especially once they start in Vegas, like, they're going to be a very competitive team. I think a lot of money is going to flow.
Yeah, naturally.
I mean, I don't think that guy is going to pull like a Jeffrey Loria. Oh, not Jeffrey Loria. What the heck was that the guy's name? That was the Marlins owner that everyone hated? Jeffrey Loria is the Eagles owner, but it's like a similar name. What the heck is it?
Jeffrey Loria.
But then what's the Eagles owner? Oh, Jeffrey Lurie.
That's so funny.
Okay.
Dude. Almost the same guy.
But yeah, I have, because I think they're going to want to pack that park. So I don't think they're going to like have anywhere close to like the embarrassing roster that they do right now.
Yeah, no, I don't think so either. But I don't think they're going to come into Vegas and just, start to be competitive. I don't know, man. It could be kind of hit or miss, I feel.
Well, they have isn't it like the park's going to be ready in like 3-4 years?
Right? Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, is the team going to be ready?
Well, I'm saying 3-4 years you're preparing.
Right.
Right. I mean, listen, like I said, it's been terrible. But also you look at it overall before the last couple of years, every year they actually were pretty competitive. Bob Melvin,
Bob Melvin,
working with less,
Candelario,
doing a pretty good job,
Yeah, I guess so.
I think it will be hard to fill Vegas Stadium consistently for baseball. What are your thoughts on that, Tony? And let's assume it's a competitive team.
It's competitive. I think. I mean, if they're competitive and it's October, then I don't think it'll be an issue. If they're in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, man. I feel like with the other teams around, I mean, I feel like people are going to go to Vegas. They're not going to see Oakland. They're going to probably see the Golden Knights or go see like a football game. You know what I mean? Like,
well, but baseball over the summer is going to be the only show in town.
Yeah, but again, like Golden Knights, I mean, like we're talking if they are as good as they are, like we're talking they're playing hockey until June.
We have July.
Right, you have July, you have August.
Football starts the second week of September, but then if they're going to make the playoffs, everyone's going to go.
No, like I said, I think if they do make the playoffs, if it's October baseball, I think you're going to see that place being a packed house because I'm sure they're going to put on a great show too, just like they do for the Golden Knights. So I don't know. I mean, I think we'll see. I don't think it's going to be a surefire like moneymaker right away, but I mean, there's just at the end of the day, the team has to be good. I mean, you look at the Golden Knights are like the perfect example of like they came in and they were hot immediately, like inaugural season, and that buzz just hasn't been lost. They've still been great.
And it's interesting how like the Raiders, just because it's football, it doesn't matter. Like not that they've been embarrassing, but they're also like not making.
Well, Raiders moved over first, right? So they were the first team,
Knights.
Right? The Knights were there first. When did the Raiders move?
The Raiders. This is only like their third season.
Oh wow, really?
Third or fourth season, yeah.
I think they've been there for a while. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, never mind then.
But yeah, the Knights, I think it's 2017.
Is it their sixth season or something? Yeah.
That's kind of crazy.
It is crazy.
But and then what is it? I think it's 3 days until the Dodgers actually report, which is kind of
crazy. The Soul Series, dude. When is that?
Let's look it up. Oh, also, you see the Yankees are playing in Mexico City, like the end of March.
Really?
Exhibition games. Yeah,
that's pretty cool. End of March.
Oh, this is February. No, but that's.
Oh wait, no, it's for spring training. I'll just Google it. I thought it was like one of the first. It'll be. Seattle. March 20th and 21st.
Okay. So
there we go.
6 weeks away.
You don't care?
I don't like how it starts before, like in spring training stuff. I think that's like the weirdest thing.
It is kind of odd,
do it at the same time. And then I don't know, like, because it made me think of how like the NFL was, announced yesterday that the Eagles are going to open up in Brazil the Friday after the Thursday opener. Like, I don't know. What do you think about all these international games?
For football, I kind of don't like it, honestly, because I feel like, I don't know, the football season is already kind of short, when you compare it to other leagues. And then when you get like a good matchup across the pond or somewhere else, it's like, I don't know, it's kind of a waste. Yeah, it's kind of a waste.
But also, I feel like they talk about growing the game. It's like the game doesn't need to be grown. It's already like a Goliath. Like, there's no reason to do it. You're taking away home games.
Greedy, dude.
The only thing I could see is like the Panthers and even Jacksonville, even though they're good now, like if you're not getting attendance at the home games, like they use those home games. Makes sense.
But are they using those home games?
Well, the Jacksonville had a home game in the last like 6-7 years. So
right.
But then you think about like in Germany, Chiefs Dolphins. Like talk about a waste. And obviously we ended up seeing the matchup in the playoffs. But yeah, I'm not like big on the international. Like the Yankees, Red Sox in London. Are you serious?
Well, like that's fine for me. No, I'm saying baseball is different because there's so many like games in the season.
Use like a top rivalry though should be played at a site. Have it be Yankees Pirates. You know what I mean? Like because also that area doesn't have these games ever. So no matter what the matchup is, they're gonna go. That's
very
the
true.
point.
Yeah, but no, very true.
Save that stuff for home. But and I know we saw a good amount. I don't know what the specific figures were, but last year attendance wise, it went up all across Major League Baseball. You think we see the same like rise again this year, or somewhat of a rise?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I think people now, because of the pitch clock, honestly, they know the games are a little shorter. I guess maybe people are interested in going.
I hate though. Like I do hate that it just shortens the time at the ballpark. What about you? Like for when you're actually at the game,
I would want to be there all day, honestly. Yeah. So I don't.
And like something, the game, like especially like it could go under 2 hours.
Yeah.
Like
that's beat.
The only thing that it's like somewhat good is like 7 o'clock midweek game. Get home earlier.
So weekend games, no pitch clock.
Yeah. That's what they should do.
Yeah.
I like too. I don't know if the Mets of this Yankees have done it before, but like especially earlier in the year, like start the game at 6:30.
Oh, no, I don't think they really did that.
But I kind of like that.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
Just a half hour, but it makes a difference.
Yeah, it does. I like that.
What else we got from Donnie here?
He says his entire family are Yankee fans, obviously besides him. And he says letting talent walk hurts. Remember, we traded 9 all-stars in 1 year. 9, he says.
Sean Murphy.
Sean Murphy, dude. Yeah, how crazy is that? Go to the Braves, be really good. And he says, in regards to the international games, takes away a true home game as well. Usually, if you're gonna do it like do preseason games over there, which is interesting. It'd be kind of cool if they did like spring training abroad, I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like, it's not abroad, but like that's what they're doing with the Mexico City games. But
yeah, or even NFL preseason abroad.
Yeah. But
what do you got? Nothing. Yeah, nothing.
You're stumbling. What are you doing that for? Oh my God.
You hungry, Ryan?
Yes. Are you hungry?
Yeah, I could be more hungry.
Yeah. What do you think you're gonna end up having?
I meal prepped some lunch today.
What is it?
It is like some ground beef, like seasoned, chopped up with some peppers, onions, jalapenos, carrots, and black beans and rice.
Okay.
It's like a little bowl.
Yeah. Me, ground beef.
What?
Remember, I said I don't like tacos.
Oh yeah,
but same thing. Basically, you're just like making a bowl.
It's like a burrito bowl.
But when I get the burrito bowl, I get chicken or steak. You know what I mean? Just beef, ground beef.
Interesting.
Like, I don't know. You really like it that much? Ground beef?
Yeah. Especially like I used to go to Moe's a lot. Moe's had a ground beef option. I love that.
I think the only setting where I really like ground beef is a taco salad. Those are really good. Taco salad, like wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I'm getting hungry, dude.
Here we go.
It's over.
Let's go now to the world of the National Football League.
He wants Jefferson, climbs the ladder. Oh my goodness! Justin Jefferson, the catch of his life. Burrow fires, intercepted, picked off at a pick six. Minka Fitzpatrick, an absolute ball hawk. Niners twist up front and get to Tagovailoa. Bosa again. Mahomes escaping, on the move, stops, spins, flips it forward for the touchdown.
Stop it.
Aaron Jones. Oh, what a tackle. Quincy Williams with a pile driver.
No, Tony, that you're gonna get a big kick out of this. I don't know if you already saw this, but this is like where you get outraged. And, what do you think about Matthew saying Yankees should bring back Urshela?
That's a very interesting take.
But we heard that a while ago. Was there some new like information that came out?
Oh, I don't think so.
Okay.
I can look it up right now real quick.
How do you think Prefer's doing right now?
I think maybe he's doing too good.
Really? You think the hashish again?
Prefer in the house, the Mexican flan. Hey, fellas, he says. I don't know. How do you feel about that right there?
You know what I've always said before.
Right.
It's
hey,
like,
fellas.
It just doesn't feel authentic.
You want him to call in today?
He'll just use a voice script.
Numbers on the ticker.
What's the point?
Numbers on the ticker.
Right?
Maybe it's Michael.
Yeah, maybe it's Michael.
But let me see. Gio Urshela news.
So this guy that I follow that's big on the Yankees said the rumor mill has swung back the way of Gio Urshela's old team. Unsurprisingly, after House saved a buck with the Caleb Ferguson trade, names like his will pop up. You wouldn't categorize Gio as sexy move, but at the same time, if you want bench depth in case of an emergency switch to push, at least you have serviceable vet who can pop in.
Yeah. So far, Bleacher Report 30 minutes ago, Urshela targeted by Yankees,
with the
Mets, Marlins.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing is,
what was his numbers like last year?
No, he got hurt, but he was hitting for contact. The only concern I have is not with how he'll do. I think if he was on the roster, like, he'd play well. But I don't like the fact that it takes away Peraza's roster spot if it does, but it is useful that he can play every position except second in the infield.
Yeah, that is a nice utility player right there.
Kind of curious what Matthew thinks about that though. If it blocks Peraza, is he out?
Yeah, let us know, Matthew. But he seems to be pretty hot on Urshela right now. So
I mean, he was always like one of our guys.
Oh,
definitely.
really?
In that 2018 season, I believe it was go down. It was like 21 home run. Yeah, 2019. He was making a big play, hitting a home run. I mean, that was a season. Wow, that was like really impressive stuff out of Gio that year.
That's pretty crazy. I never did this. I didn't know this was a thing. You see what I just did?
Oh yeah, I didn't know that was a thing either.
You can like click a couple of years and get the average from that year, from those couple of years. Which is pretty crazy.
But what do you think? Like, you just kind of agree with what I said about Peraza, or do you think because like we don't know about Rizzo and that Gio could play first, it makes sense with LeMahieu too? We don't know about
LeMahieu either,
and he knows the guys, so it would be good for chemistry. So
yeah,
you'd say do it. I mean,
I say do
much.
it. Where else can Peraza play?
Everywhere except first.
Everywhere except first. Okay,
yeah.
All right.
But it's just because they're like LeMahieu and Rizzo play first, but it's like, what if they're both not good? But I don't think that's going to be the case. I hate like this up in the air stuff.
You know? I know it is really annoying.
But I guess also if this is like a partially guaranteed deal, just bring him in spring training, see how he performs.
Yeah, why not? Especially because he was hitting so well for contact. I feel before he got injured. Do you know what the injury was?
I think he like broke his ankle, like trying to like make like a dive.
Oh, you know what? I think I remember seeing that. Let's see. Oh, fractured his left pelvis. That's tough, dude.
Yeah, that is tough.
That may be tough to come back from.
Yeah.
Damn.
So he probably doesn't have to. I mean, it was earlier in the year.
June
21st.
June 21st.
I mean, so when you think about it, he's had 8 months to recover.
Jesus. Didn't need surgery.
Oh, and Donnie Schmidt though is talking about the Giants defensive coordinator hire. Says it seems like a panic move. And I'm just trying to see. I wasn't familiar with who this guy is.
Wow. No,
you have any background on the situation?
Any background? No background right now.
Bowen. Shane Bowen.
Shane Bowen, that's correct.
Okay, 6 seasons with the Tennessee Titans. Final 3 is their defensive coordinator.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess the Titans have always had like a decent defense, but it's not a big name.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. I just feel like the whole thing surrounding the Giants right now is just it's bad blood, dude. And it seems like that other coaches have a real issue with working with Dable.
Yeah. It's funny. You think about how everyone felt 1 year ago. Compared to now. Dable, wow, what a great hire. It's going to be with this team a long time. Now it's like all negative.
I know, like all like that. He like berates his like coordinators and his other coaching staff, which is obviously not good because you obviously need a coaching staff that's all copacetic, which maybe this guy can help that. But I mean, I don't know. Tennessee defensive coordinator,
young too, right? 37.
37.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll have to see. But yeah, like you said, maybe not everybody dying to work with Dable.
Oh yeah, definitely not.
What I was actually gonna say before the Urshela comment.
The thing I may not like, you said?
Yeah. So I don't know if did you see the whole thing with the practice field in the Super Bowl?
No.
So they're splitting. Like this is always like at the host venue. You know, there's like one alternate site. So however it was determined,
Right.
the Niners are practicing at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, and I guess the field they said is soggy. They complained to the NFL. They're not doing anything about it, but they think it's really soft. And the Chiefs are practicing at the Raiders practice facility, obviously only a couple years old, being that they just moved to Vegas. So I'm just saying, it just seems like something that you would erupt about. So that's why I had to bring it up.
Seems kind of fishy, Brian.
But hey, I mean, the Niners, you know, they mentioned it once, and that was it. They said they're not going to alter the schedule. Quoting Coach Kyle Shanahan, "It is what it is. We'll be all right. It's the field we got. We're good."
Yeah, that's totally fine, dude. You've seen The Longest Yard before, right?
Yes.
Adam Sandler.
Yes.
I know you hate it, but good movie.
No, that at one point was actually my favorite movie.
Great movie,
because I feel like he wasn't as goofy.
No, he was. It was kind of serious. It was more serious, you know.
Yeah.
Remember when the guards like watered the whole field, thought it would get to them,
Yeah.
and then they do like we're gonna practice anyway, and they come out at the big game and they win. So bang, Niners are gonna win this game right now, dude. Tell you right now. Right now.
Commissioner Roger Goodell disagreed with the notion that the fields were not up to standard during his Super Bowl news conference Monday. That work is being done every day. We've had 23 experts out there. We've had the union out there. All of them think it's a very playable surface. It's softer than what they have practice on, but that happens. It's well within our testing standards. It is something we all think, all of our experts as well as neutral field inspectors have said unanimously that it is a playable field.
Yeah, but like define playable. The field outside the Knowlton is playable.
But I did like I get the oh, by the way, Yanni giving you a shout out saying excellent reference to The Longest Yard.
Oh, thanks, Yanni. That's awesome. Nice to hear from
credit where credit's due.
Yes,
you know?
Of course. Appreciate that.
But I'm just curious, like I could see you saying like, oh, it's not fair, but are you taking it to the next level that you think like it's like actually like, you know, on purpose that they did it that way? Because I can see you saying that.
I don't know about on purpose, but they probably saw the two
for some
locations.
reason I'm frozen. I don't know why.
Oh, maybe the camera died. Hold on, stand
Could
by.
be. Or not? Are we good?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, that was weird.
The camera died.
Oh, God.
Sometimes it doesn't fucking tell you when it dies; it just freezes on you. But I don't know. I feel like you know they probably saw these two practice facilities and was like, oh, like we're definitely gonna give Kansas City the better one. How did they determine who goes to where? Don't know. Also, Goodell sounds like he's full of shit. Experts and the unions. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh man, it's just I wish you just didn't have such. I mean, I get honestly, like I do get like it seems like yes, everything should just be perfect at the Super Bowl. I understand that, but it's just like I like. Do you think you're ever gonna be able to like break away from the Chief distaste? I have a tough time thinking you will. Honestly,
I don't really. I don't have like a major distaste for them.
It kind of seems like you do, and maybe will it be different once Kelsey retires?
No, it's not. It's not about just him, dude. If they win the Super Bowl, then obviously I will not be like, oh, like they're not, like they can't pull it off. I genuinely think this is going to be a year where they don't pull it off. There are going to be years when Mahomes doesn't win the Super Bowl. You know that, right?
Yeah, just not this one.
Like, you don't think the Niners? It just seems like that their time is now.
Wait, I guess the thing that, and I know like we could just keep going in a circle about this, but it seems like you still not even anything about the Chiefs here, but are just discounting the fact that both of their games, the Niners playing with fire, and that like that's not a good pattern.
Right. And no, it's not a good pattern, but you can't, I mean, like that's sometimes like that happens for games. I mean, at the end of the day, the Niners are still pulling out these wins. Playing with fire or not, it takes a championship team to win these games, and that's what they are. And then on top of it, it's like, I don't know, what more would the Niners need to win? Like when you look at their team, like what more does a team need looking at them in order to win?
I just think defense. I just don't the secondary.
But
I mean,
you
it's
don't
like the
think that
Chiefs are gonna pass the ball. You better believe it.
You don't think that the Niners, though, like the rest of their team, is enough?
I don't think so, just because the Chiefs do a good job of stopping big plays.
Right.
And the Niners succeed when they hit those big plays. McCaffrey on a 40-yard screen pass, Debo 70 yards down the field. And I just don't think they're going to be able to get those chunk plays.
So you think that the Chiefs are more of a complete team than the Niners?
Oh, yeah. Their defense is just unbelievable.
Mm.
You know, and the Niners had a similar defense earlier in the year, but for whatever reason, I mean, it just faded down the stretch. And it's just like, you know, if you're struggling to stop the passing games of Green Bay and Detroit, and then you're going from Love to Goff and now Mahomes, I mean, it just seems like that's a different category, especially the way we've seen him make throws this postseason.
Yeah, but you can't knock the fact, though, that Goff and Love, I mean, were dealing. They were dealing, dude. Like Goff's game was unbelievable.
But I still think it's a different task. Like with Goff, like you don't have to worry also, and I mentioned this the other day, about Mahomes scrambling. And that's
Jordan Love, you have to worry about that.
But still not as much as Mahomes. Mahomes has ran a lot this year. You know?
Well, we'll see how much will be running on Sunday. Okay, dude.
I had to say, like, I'm confident in the Chiefs winning, but I am just a little nervous. Like if it just, God forbid, it's the other side, how I'm going to deal with the shit I'm gonna have to hear about it.
Oh man, I'll be right next to you the whole time.
And you know what mistake I did last time we had this matchup? So all week, and this is before, like, you know, it was fun to watch the Chiefs. I love watching like Hill, Kelsey, you know, Mahomes throwing to them. But all week I'm thinking Chiefs all the way. And then I'm like listening to like experts and stuff, and they're like just waxing poetic about the Niners. So the last second I picked the Niners.
Oh my goodness.
And it's like, and then they have that lead in the fourth quarter. And then ever since that moment, I think I really was just like, wow, like you don't go against Mahomes.
Yeah. Oh, right.
Kind of a general question. But when it comes down to it, would you like to see him match or exceed the 7 Super Bowl championships of Tom Brady?
I'd like to see him exceed that.
So you would, but what, like,
I think the Niners are due.
I think what is it? The last one, the Super Bowl 1994.
The Niners?
Yeah,
they must have been.
I think they were just talking about that, and I believe they're 5-2 in the Super Bowl.
Really?
Yeah.
Record.
But this is I'm excited. It's crazy. Like I feel like just because of like the confidence I have in the Chiefs winning, like for a game that features like not my team, like I'm kind of like it's gonna be like nerve-wracking watching it.
Yeah, I'm riled for the game. I'm so pumped we're gonna be watching it too.
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome.
It's gonna be so much fun.
And then the bites we're gonna get from it are gonna be absolutely ridiculous.
My God, dude, so funny.
Wait,
so then this Sunday is the Super Bowl, and then the next one is the 18th,
it's a heavy schedule.
Let's go.
Yeah. So we are definitely riled for that. Also, I don't know if you saw this yesterday. He hasn't played since 2021, but Le'Veon Bell says he wants to come back to the NFL and would like to play for the Pittsburgh Steelers. What do you think about that?
What has he been doing the past couple of seasons?
Boxing.
Really? Oh my God, that's right. He was boxing.
Yeah.
How old is he now?
I am gonna look that up. I want to say
34. Oh. He is
31.
31, dude.
I usually get those things right.
Yeah.
For some reason. But it seems a little ridiculous. Like it's once you're out for a couple, that's it. And especially the fact that he missed that other year when he sat out before going to the Jets as well.
Yeah, so that's tough, dude. Really hasn't played, seen any football since 2021. But I mean, I don't know. Steelers running back.
Oh, like what do you mean? Who's the running back?
Yeah, who are the running backs?
Harris and Warren.
Oh, Warren is the other. Okay.
Yeah.
So they kind of like, yeah.
I mean, unless you like trade Najee. I don't know.
Why would you try?
No, it's stupid. It's stupid to try to a guy that looked on a couple years ago. Now he's sat out a couple seasons. Now we're gonna bring him back. Like it seems like one of those things. Like oh, it's nice and poetic for him to go back to where. Right.
Yeah,
but and it's crazy too. Does it make any sense, Tony? Like I just feel like if he didn't sit out that season, he re-signed with Pittsburgh for whatever they would have given him. Didn't go to the Jets. Like. I almost think like he would still be really good right now.
Right.
I think that just completely did.
Yeah, probably. Do you think he's just like chiefing it a little bit?
No, he was. Remember, he got pulled over with LeGarrette Blount, like smoking a blunt, like in the middle of the season, got arrested. Like, a long time ago when that was.
So that's why it's too high.
But it was kind of ironic that he's in the carrot with LeGarrette Blount. The irony. Yeah, the irony in the situation, Tony. Jets, of course. Yeah. But boy, that was one of the most disappointing Jet free agent signings in franchise history. And again, the line was a problem though. But still,
the line.
He just wanted to collect the money and just didn't want to try. You know, consistent jacking. Couple more comments, Tony.
We have more comments here. Just like an Instagram. No comments on Instagram right now.
A lot of people watching.
Yeah, we do have NBA 2K juice in the house, dude. Let's see. Oh, Donnie says Le'Veon is punch drunk. He says
for thinking. Yeah.
I mean, it is. And then just to be like again, like you said, you're out for a few seasons. Like, I want to come back and play. I want to play for the Steelers. Like, who are you to be like, I want to play for the Steelers?
Yo, I'll take you right back.
Yeah. Like, what the hell is going on?
Open
here?
Arms.
Kind
of like Prefer coming back.
Speaking of which, Prefer says your thoughts on Patrick Mahomes' father getting third DWI before Super Bowl, facing 10 years in prison. What'd you say? Floor is open.
Tony would laugh at this. This is more of a Tony thing, but it's with the sports related. I should have sent it. It was a clip from Bad Boys or Bad Boys 2. Tony will know, where the lieutenant goes up to both of them and is like, do you guys wake up every morning and say, how the hell can I fuck this up?
Yeah.
And it's like they put the lieutenant as Patrick Mahomes Jr. and the dad and the brother as Will
oh my
Smith
God, that's so funny, dude. And the brother too.
Yeah, the brother as the other one.
What a fucking creep that is.
Can you imagine being Patrick Mahomes and waking up and be like, Dad, what are you doing?
Yeah. It's
because you guys were talking about him, dude. Patrick Mahomes grew up in the Mets dugout.
Right.
Like
I remember
dad
watching
was a big Mets player. It wasn't just like, he was there for a while.
Yeah, it was a big deal.
Yeah.
They used to promo him a lot. I forgot his nickname. He had a cool nickname. I still will never. I'm so glad I got to witness this. Anita's my girl.
Anita,
dude, the funniest thing ever.
Right. Yeah, I remember that.
She's like so pumped all day. Yeah. She's getting Patrick Mahomes. And then she hears the voice and she's like confused, doesn't know who it is. And it's
That's embarrassing, dude. Talk about chiefing it, dude.
It's tough. Like 10 years seems insane, but
they're gonna give him 10 years.
Well, it's his third, and it's Texas, so I think they're tight. I mean, it's kind of tough because, like, you know, especially because of the resources he has.
I don't care. That's too much.
It does seem too much.
That's like, how about 10 years of no license?
Yeah.
Like, what are we talking
about? House
arrest. What? What are we talking? What kind of country are we living in?
Yeah.
Just like he can't drive again. How about that? Like,
and I know this comment doesn't surprise you at all, Michael. But Michael says, Michael, you're hidden. You're hidden. Your voice is iconic everywhere.
Oh, thank you, Michael. Tony's jealous.
And then Donnie Schmidt says, hate Mahomes' brother ever since the Sean Taylor dance, and I don't hate anybody.
Well, you hate somebody.
There you go, Tony.
But yeah, it's crazy how that happened. And then Josh B says, Michael, on the couch.
Yes, Josh B.
Michael's always on the couch.
Josh B double watching on chat and the sports report. So we love to see that. But yeah, I mean, it's like, let's go. So pumped for the Super Bowl. And we're going to talk more and more about it as the week goes on. But let's go now to the world of the National Hockey League.
Here he comes. McDavid shoots. Top shelf. He scores. Captain with the overtime nothing. Rink Washington made the full split save.
Are you kidding me?
Turn, side of the net, between the legs, and they score! Filthy! But David Pastrnak, the silver trophy to the Golden Knights.
Buck saying Mahomes is a loser. So I guess Tony's been in his ear a little bit.
Whoa.
And then Josh P with the let's fucking go Rangers.
Hell yeah, baby.
As we all know now,
This is a
2-1 overtime. Laffy. What a shot, by the way, too. I watching the replay of that a couple times.
Dude,
The difficulty on that shot.
I can watch both those goals over and over again, dude.
But I still think, and obviously Panarin, another goal, unbelievable season. I believe 31 goals on the year now.
He came out of nowhere.
Jonathan
like
Quick,
Stop it.
32 out of
expect
33, and especially you didn't really see that coming going into this game, coming off the All-Star break. And I know Igor, was part of All-Star weekend, but to go with Quick, and me and Corey were texting about it before the game. I said, and I don't know what you think, Tony, but I literally think they only started Quick in this game because they were worried that Igor was going to absolutely torch by the Avalanche.
No, I think you're totally right. I mean, that's clearly the reason why. There's really no reason why off an All-Star break you wouldn't put in your starter. They have Laviolette has more confidence in Quick right now than he does in Igor. Rightfully so. I mean, Igor, clearly has not looked his best, dude. We went over the stats, last week and everything. But Jonathan Quick has looked like a newfound goaltender, honestly. After coming out a couple seasons, where it looked like he was donezo in LA, old, washed up, not quick enough. Comes to New York, his favorite team growing up. Obviously, hometown, Greenwich, really revitalizing his career here, dude. It was sick. He had some sick saves last night.
But is it? I know it's tough to say because we haven't seen him try to do it. But is any part of it you feel like because he's so well rested every time he plays?
I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, when Igor comes off of rest too, he doesn't look this good.
11-4, 9.18. I mean, those are the numbers you expect Igor to have.
Literally,
Igor's done.
He's not done. Calm down, dude. Baby. Yo, Zach Parise, dude.
I don't want to give him a contract. I'll tell you that much.
Zach Parise is on the Avalanche, 1-year deal.
Somebody's calling you, Michael. By the way,
Zach Parise,
I think. Parise. Where did he go?
To Colorado. He was on Colorado last night.
Oh, right. I did see
that. He's on a 1-year deal right at the end of January.
What is it?
Huh? What are you renting? A car?
Josh B, I guess, didn't like your comments, Michael. He says, stop it, Michael, about Igor.
Yeah, dude.
But that's what I'm talking about. We were talking about this before the show, and I know you would agree with this, Michael. Like Ranger fans in general, I think there is this emotional attachment to Igor because he played so well for a stretch. But it's what is the cutoff point where we just let him keep getting?
You guys are ridiculous. You can have one not so good year.
But is it just one?
But where was he before that one good year?
Yeah. And what about last year?
Where was he before?
Last year he
was top 10 in the Vezina. The year before that, he won the Vezina trophy. And then he was a backup goaltender. 2 years ago, led the league in save percentage and goals against.
Yeah, but last year he was unplayable for stretches.
I don't know about unplayable.
He was unplayable.
I don't think he was unplayable.
Unplayable.
I would say unplayable.
The play was unbearable.
And I guess I think in the beginning of the year it was so ridiculous to even suggest is there going to be a timeshare? Is Quick going to take over? And I find myself after this game confused as to how realistic that possibility is. It seems way more realistic than it was in the beginning of the year. But in your eyes, Tony, how close are we to where it's literally like the Bruins goaltending situation where it's every other night they're switching?
Right now we're in that situation. I think Laviolette proved that. He put the pressure back on Igor, which is what a great coach does. And I think Igor is a coach, Peter Laviolette. Wow, dude. It looks like you're an uncoachable player over there, dude. That's probably why you have a Housatonic Community College hoodie on.
I always pay homage.
This is where it started, is when you started playing basketball and Housatonic. Anyway, And I think that's exactly what Laviolette should be doing because it is. I mean, Igor has to be held accountable. He is being held accountable. Great coach job right there. And I do think Igor will find his way out of his rut. But right now, I mean, Quick is going to get the nod. Like, why not?
So you think Quick starts tomorrow against Tampa?
No, I don't think so. Yeah. I think Igor, and then we'll see. And then
if it's 3 in the first, pulled or no?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make it 2.
Wow. Bringing down the hammer.
Michael doesn't know hockey. Stop it.
You know what it is, though, too?
No more Richter.
You know, and Josh B says we're still an all-star, which is true.
Right.
But I don't know. It's hard for me to think, though, that that Quick being our goalie in the playoffs wouldn't lead us further than having Igor be our goalie.
Yeah, I mean, again, if Quick is playing this way and Quick has the playoff experience that Igor doesn't, I mean, yeah, it's hard to believe that maybe right now. But I mean, listen, I think Quick has maybe a little bit more or a little bit less than half the starts that Igor has right now. So, you have to take that into account. You even said it. Is it because he's well rested? Not necessarily, but not necessarily that, but he just doesn't have as many starts. So you never really know how he could look. Yeah, exactly, dude. So, I think give it some time here. All right. We still have some time. We're winning. We played great defense. Those 2 goals by Panarin and Lafreniere were absolutely disgusting. And it's like, you look at this game as a whole too. I mean, the Rangers played differently.
Right.
Like, this isn't like, I think people are also hyper focusing on Igor being the big problem.
What about the 5-on-5?
When in reality, yeah, there's a problem on 5-on-5 for sure. I mean, obviously the goal last night was on 5-on-5 to tie it up, and then obviously the OT game. But I mean, a lot of the opportunities the Rangers had were in quick transitions, which you haven't seen the Rangers really do very often. I feel like this season, at least as of late. And again, I think that there should be blame put on the entire team as to why they had certain losses, why Igor is in a funk. Again, I said it a lot, the first few times where people are like, oh my God, he's running up 3 goals. Like, what's going on here? He had no defense in front of him,
Yeah.
And clearly that's made an impact on himself as a player, because then he starts making these mental mistakes because he feels like he can't trust his defense. How can you be a good goaltender if you don't trust your defense? It's obviously going to hinder you. Yeah. I don't care what player this is. It's just like when Michael's playing point guard and no one can trust him to actively, successfully pass the ball and run the offense. No one's going to no one's going to be in their role because like, oh, I got to pick up the slack for Michael's down. Yeah. Oh, that's right, Michael. So you know what I'm saying though?
You know what's tough though, and I don't know if I'm just getting too like negative and downtrodden about this Igor situation, but I feel like it's as simple as this: like Quick starts against the Lightning,
right?
We win. Igor starts against the Lightning, we lose, and that's gonna piss me off. Like I just feel like I think
Igor should start against the Lightning, and then let's see how it goes. Again, I mean, like the Rangers played one hell of a game. And I know Quick was making some crazy saves too. It's a big reason why they were in the game too. Especially when you're playing a team as hot and as talented as the Avalanche in a 1-goal game. I mean, it's tough to make those big saves at that time, which Quick did. And I mean, you got to give him. I mean, honestly, it's not even that. I know I want Igor to get the chance to start Tampa Bay, but it's tough because you look at Jonathan Quick and he's like, I mean, he's earned his right to start.
Yeah,
I feel like at this point.
Yeah.
And not even just because of yesterday, but because of his entire season so far.
Right.
So it's tough. It's a tough decision that Laviolette's making. I think he went about it the right way with starting Quick. I mean, I didn't see that coming, first of all.
No, I was shocked when Corey texted me.
Very shocked. Sam Rosen was shocked, dude.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll see. If I were him, I would start Igor, because I think that starting Quick sent the message to Igor to be like, hey man, like obviously no one's untouchable here in this team. If you're not performing, someone who is performing is going to start over you, which is great. It's a great mentality to have on the team.
Right.
And with the way it seems like Laviolette has been running this team, it seems like that everyone else should be rallying around Shesterkin. And again, I'm sure he'll bounce back.
But I'm just looking at this schedule wise.
Yeah,
we got 3 games this week. So Wednesday at home against Tampa, but then Friday is at Chicago. I mean, just like to get him confidence and stuff. Like, I don't know. It almost seems like it would be, just save him for Chicago. Let him that be his first game
on Friday. You say?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. If they, I don't know. Tampa Bay.
Quick back-to-back starts.
That'd be kind of sick for him.
It'd be 3 starts in a row, actually, because if you count the one, before the All-Star
Ottawa,
break.
yeah.
But you just because I just feel like I just want to like add another win before we go to Igor, and it just seems like, especially like, have them start all 3 of those games: Chicago, Calgary, and Montreal.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean. Like, just set him up for success. No,
yeah,
I mean,
I guess. I would like to see him against Tampa Bay, because then if he doesn't do well, then you have Quick against those 3 teams.
So you think it's literally you start him against Tampa Bay, he gives up 4 or 5 goals, he's the backup
until further notice.
Wow.
I mean, at the end of the day, like you gotta play with who's
that's
hot.
what I'm saying.
Like,
you don't want to mess
hot.
around and then have it cost a seeding.
Right, exactly. So
ice.
give him his opportunity. You sent the message with not starting him against Colorado. Start him against Tampa Bay. He's got to prove himself against a solid team, and then let's go, dude.
Now in terms of scoring, we talked about the 5-on-5 struggles. Is it enough, Tony, to get that center that you've been wanting, and then like that's it? Like that's gonna solve it, or do you think it's multiple scores that the Rangers need to acquire?
No, I think just one third line center, I think would work wonders for this team. Because again, I'm always gonna talk about Hito because he's supposed to be the third line center. If they have a third line who's gonna be that like competitive and can contest against a second line, possibly even a first line of some teams, I mean that just changes up how every team looks at you, how they play against you. And it's gonna give a lot of other players more opportunities. You improve that third line again, like getting that center for the third line. You bring that third line center you currently have, which is Brodzinski, I believe, put him down on the fourth line. I mean, you're improving your fourth line as well at that point. Your fourth line kind of gets bulked up a little bit.
You need multiple scorers, Barnes, to win this.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Injuries play
factor. You need a third line center.
Maybe Mika to put down the hashish. Like
come on.
His production has been a little alarming.
So bad.
I'm just saying, though. Like for Mika, though.
For him.
For the standard that Mika has set since he came to the team. No? Am I crazy? Like,
no. He's got 47 points on the season so far. Let's see.
What do you have? 91 points
last season.
Embarrassing, Barnes, right?
Yeah.
Something's going on.
I mean, we still have 30.
He is? You think so?
There's still 30 games to go. He could easily hit 80. Easily.
But he's not going to hit 39 goals.
Stop it, dude.
You don't think he's going to hit 39 goals?
No.
Oh, are you crazy?
Rate?
You think he's going to...
I'm not even sure he's going to hit 30 goals.
I could see 30.
Dude, but that's embarrassing.
I could see. Like, you know what I mean? It's like...
I could see.
And you can't see. So what are we talking about right now? I don't know, man. I think people... Listen.
What?
Panarin has picked up the slack in terms of goal scoring. I mean, obviously, someone's not going to be scoring the goals. Like, I mean, I don't know. Like,
yeah,
but it is alarming.
But he just seems tentative. I don't like the way, and I know like this game didn't go to shootout, but I hate the way that he performs in the shootout with the little like. Like, come on.
No. I mean, listen. That first line. I mean, the second line for the Rangers have been far superior than the first line. But again, that first line suffered an injury in Kakko for a while. They had Blake Wheeler.
Need multiple scores.
They had Blake Wheeler on that line for a long time. That did not work. Kreider had a slow start as well.
You like competition, Tony.
And even when they had those injuries, missing Adam Fox, missing Hedl, missing Kakko, they were still winning games in that instance. So you don't really need much, I think.
Yeah.
Because you still have so much talent on the team. You need a third line center and perhaps a defenseman.
But
I know Chris Drury explicitly said he'd be interested in getting a left winger. But that was before Hedl was out for the rest of the season. So again, we'll see how he pivots. If we get a winger and a center, that's even better. Why not? But we'll see.
Yeah, I just like I think I'm just kind of like I'm scarred from just watching the Rangers in the playoffs like the last couple of times where just when like the goals are tough to get by. And I just really hope that that's not the scenario. That's why I'm saying like it would be kind of nice to get somebody like pretty good, like to bring in to like really make an impact instead of like, he's our third string center. I mean, that doesn't, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you're not bringing someone in to throw in the second and first line. Unless it's someone unless you make some blockbuster trade, but that doesn't really seem like it's on the horizon.
Hurdle?
You want Tomas Hurdle?
Yeah.
Okay. That guy's a third line player on the Rangers team.
But I mean, I think that would be one of the best third line players in the league, no?
And that would really shake up the offense and the lines.
That would help. Yeah, sure.
I just want to see them like really go for it. And I think the last couple of years they've kind of done that. So I guess we should expect them to do the same thing.
Yes. No, you definitely should. They're going to make a move at the trade deadline, which is March 11th, I think.
Okay.
I'll double check.
By the way, while you're double checking that, I was surprised. The Isles 3-2 in Toronto last night. Definitely didn't see that coming. March 8th is the deadline. But Patrick Waugh picking up a big win here for the Islanders out of the break.
Telling you, now new culture there, baby.
21-17. We know why. The winning ways. Barzal had his 14th, McLean his first, and Pierre Engvall with his 6th. Also, Sorokin was 34 of 36 in net. What do you think we're gonna see them be active before the deadline? With why?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I guess maybe they're gonna try and make some push to the playoffs. 21-17-12. Not a horrible record. They do have a lot of points too, because of all those overtime games they played too. Losses, they get a point in every overtime loss still. But yeah, I would be surprised. Their team is also incredibly old. I feel
they're like the Mets of the NHL.
I guess you could say it like that.
Yeah.
Pierre Engvall seems to be a young 27-year-old. Ironically, I guess was originally drafted by Toronto.
Oh, okay.
And then made his way to the Islanders here. So again, like some youth, Barzal has been someone. I mean, Barzal needs to step up if they're going to make an impact to the playoffs or even get there. Barzal has to step up. I mean, he was a very highly touted prospect, great rookie season, and now he only has 52 points in the season so far. So I mean, it's been very like sad for most of these guys. Same thing with like Brock Nelson too. He had like a 37-goal season last year. He's nowhere near that now. So the Islanders, I mean, if they want to make moves, they're gonna need more than a couple. Make so, and it's tough because they have an older team,
right?
I mean, again, are you going to make a push for the cup right now? The team you have, probably not. So, like, I wouldn't give up young people to bring in people now.
It just seems like they should be better,
No, they should be better.
Yeah.
I think their goaltending has been kind of like, not kind of, but definitely subpar.
And like Sorokin's capable of better.
Yeah, no, exactly. They're capable of better. Brian.
So, we'll have to see. But you know what time it is, Tony? It's been a long time, but it is time for the Hockey Frenzy.
Oh, let's go, Brian. It is a beautiful Tuesday around the National Hockey League, and we're starting off hot and heavy. Quite a few games in the docket today, but we're going to be starting off, like I said, in Michael Buckta's and Brian's favorite town of Boston, baby. The Bruins are hosting the Calgary Flames. Now, we know about Calgary, the lack thereof, 22-22-5. The Bruins with a phenomenal home record as well at the TD Garden. The Boston Bruins, obvious home favorites here at -185, and the over-under is set at 6.5, Brian. But what do you think here for the Bruins?
With the frenzy, you try to not just chalk it up. But this game, the Flames, please. And I know Boston went through it a little bit like the Rangers have as well. But not this game. I think
tonight.
Whether it's Swayman, whether it's Ullmark, they get great performance in net, and I think they easily defeat the Flames here. We're going to say 4-1, so Bruins and the under.
I will honestly agree with that. I think Bruins in the under. I don't think the Bruins will be scoring much more than 4 or 5 goals, and I would be surprised if the Bruins also pitch a shutout tonight. So I would say give me the Bruins 5-0 against the Flames. Oh, no, Brian.
The fumble.
Next game up here, we have the Buffalo Sabres, the Wings, the Hot Sauce, the Dallas Stars coming in here, try to ruffle some feathers. Buffalo are plus money at home here because we know Dallas is a way better team. Jason Robertson, American-born player, 50 points, 17 goals, 33 assists there, lead the team in points there for Dallas. Know about Oettinger as well. Over-under, yet again, 6.5, Brian. What do you think, though?
The fans are going to go nuts in Buffalo. The upset victory and the Josh B. Tage Thompson hat trick here. Sabres over the Stars here. 6-3.
I don't know about that one, dude. I think Buffalo is going to go down tonight. I think Stars come in pretty hot. I don't know. Maybe Stars like 4-2. So Stars in the under. Stars in the under for me. Stars in the under for Tony. Next game up, we're going to Florida. Flyers. Tortorella. Carter Hart not there. Tortorella coming into Florida though. Florida's minus 210 here at home. This is one where you might want to take the dog, dude. You never know. Over at 5.5. Wow. What do you think here about the Flyers, Panthers? What do you got?
You can knock yourself out with the dog. I'm going to take the Panthers to dismantle the Flyers, the Carter Hartless Flyers. So, yeah, I'm going to say we are going to go with the Panthers and the under. So let's say Panthers 4-1.
Yeah, I don't know. I would still go with the Panthers. I'm not touching the dog, but I think I'll go with the over. Flyers bring up a lot of goals. Panthers have the ability to score. So give me the Panthers. Reinhardt, Tkachuk winning this game. I don't know, 5-2, 6-2. Doesn't matter. Going to take the over. Panthers in the over. Next game up, ladies and gentlemen, we are continuing our night in the NHL. Pittsburgh Penguins. What do you think about them? They'll be hosting the Jets here tonight from Winnipeg. Pittsburgh. Wow.
In Pittsburgh.
That's right.
Oh, no, just the way you phrase it. It's not like you're saying the game's from Winnipeg. But I get what you were saying. They're hosting the Jets from Winnipeg. Just the wording was a little tricky. That's all. Continue.
Pittsburgh minus money here at home. They're the favorites. Surprised, honestly, I guess. Crosby, whatever. But the over-under, I'm sure, is at 6.5 as well here for the Jets. Just checking it in. 5.5 over-under. What do you think, Brian?
I'm going to take the Vets. Give me Malkin. Give me Crosby. Give me Gensel. So we're going to say Penguins in the under. So let's say the Pens are going to win this one 3-2. And you're going to tell me how the Jets are going to win. And it's going to go over. I know it, so don't even say it.
I'm going to say Jets and the under, Brian. I do think the Penguins will keep it tight. Jari is having a good year after a hard start for him. But give me the Jets edging this one out. I say they win 3-2 in overtime, baby. Next game up here. The Washington Capitals. Alexander Ovechkin still not very good this season, hosting the Canadiens.
Kuznetsov on leave, too. I don't know if you saw
I forgot.
that.
Yeah, I did see that.
What the issue is. But
what do you think here? Washington minus 155 here at home. Montreal plus money on the road. Over under at 5.5. What do you think, Brian?
I'm going to say give me the Marty and the Canadiens and the under. And I think we're going to see Montembeault have a great game in that. And we're going to say the Canadiens 3-1 at Washington.
Oh, gosh, this is a tough pick here, Brian. The Caps are a 4-game losing streak. Canadiens also losing 4 of their last 5. But the Canadiens have seemed to just win some of these games. Can Alexander Ovechkin step up? I guess give me the Canadiens, and I'll take the over here, 5.5. I'll say an uptick of production from the Canadiens. Nick Suzuki, Cole Caulfield, maybe a goal or 2 from Dylan Strome. So give me the Canadiens and the over there. Montembeault still doing a good job, though, and Ovechkin nowhere to be found. Next game up, dude, we're going to be in Carolina, baby, as the Hurricanes, formerly known as the Hartford Whalers, taking on one of the best teams around the NHL, the Vancouver Canucks, baby. The Canucks are plus 125 here. They're plus money on the road. Very surprising. Tickets as low as $17. You know how good JT Miller is right now. 67 points leading his team. Over under at 6.5, expecting a lot of scoring. Brian, what do you got?
The over and the Canes, and I know you're going to take the Canucks, but that's fine. The 125 trap, I've seen this story before, and I know Demko, overall this season the Canucks have had, but there's no way that plus 125 for a team with a better record is not a complete trap. So give me the Hurricanes and the over. 4-3.
I'm going complete oppo. Give me the Canucks and the under. I'm going to say the Canucks win 2-1. Brock Bouger, okay?
Is boozing.
With the game-winning goal in the third period. Goaltending has been phenomenal. That's why I think it's going to hit the under here. And the Canucks are just a better team. Don't overthink it. Next game up, we have the Devils, Michael, taking on the Colorado Avalanche. ESPN Plus Hulu game here at 7:30 p.m. The Avs on the back-to-back. You'd imagine, obviously, Georgi does not get the start, but the Avs are still hot regardless of their loss, most recently to the Rangers. And, of course, we do know that the Devils can't even touch the Rangers. But what do you think here? New Jersey, -105 here at home. Over-under is set at 6.5. What do you got?
Yeah, I think Colorado bounces back in a big way. And I think the Devils give up some goals like they usually do. So I think it's going to go over, but give me the Avalanche here, 5-3 over New Jersey.
Yeah, I think I agree, honestly, on that one. I mean,
those goalie numbers are laughable.
Laughable goalie numbers here. Vanacek, Dawes, they both suck. The goaltending problem in New Jersey is absolutely horrific. Not to mention they've been riddled with injuries. Jack Hughes still out, I believe, on the IR, the long-term IR, that is, too. And it is going to be quite the problem in there for Newark. I think Colorado, angry, looking to prove that they can still win games. Nathan McKinnon, hat trick, dude.
Josh B.
Josh B. The Avs and the over. Avs win, I don't know, maybe 6-1. Embarrassing loss to the Devils. Michael crying in the corner.
Mac.
What do you think, Michael? You want to take a pick there? No, you don't, because we're going to the next game here at 10 o'clock. Speaking of Las Vegas, we have them hosting the Edmonton Oilers in perhaps Brian's game of the night. The Oilers on a 15-game win streak, 16-game win streak, but the Golden Knights looking to stop them here, and they are the home dogs. Vegas has Edmonton right where they want them. Brian, over-under is at 6.5.
You know what's a nice number? 17, because that's going to be the winning streak for the Edmonton Oilers after this one in a classic game. But I am going to say here that, it's going to go under, but Edmonton will win this one 4-2. Don't like the way the Knights have been playing.
The under,
Eichel's out.
Yeah, Eichel is out still. I mean, I'm definitely going Knights. You said Knights and under?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna say
well, Oilers and
Oilers and under. Sorry, yeah. 6.5. I'm gonna go Knights in the under. Okay. Knights better team. The goaltending, I don't give a shit about who's on the other end of the ice. The goaltending between Thompson and Hill has been absolutely locked down, okay? Logan Thompson pitches a shutout, wags the finger at McDavid and says, no, as the Knights go on to win this game.
It's so embarrassing.
4-0,
really
dude.
sucks.
Yeah.
Like the people
To actually say that with a straight face. Unbelievable. And that is your hockey frenzy.
We'll
Tony.
see who's laughing tomorrow, dude.
Some good games.
Laughing tomorrow. I'm gonna be laughing tomorrow.
I wish that I could stay up and watch that whole game, but it's just not in the cards.
Dude, it's definitely not in the cards.
Like by the time the first period's over, I'll probably be sleeping. And Michael Buck is jacked up. Ryan McNeil, how do you and then Josh B, of course, the hat trick.
Joe Frenzy, the hat trick.
Westbrook's a little weird.
Yeah.
It is a shame though, I have to say, with Westbrook, the way
they've been playing well.
No, but I mean just the way his career's gone. Like I just feel like he had the ability to have a longer run as a top player in the league, but he refused to put in the work on the jumper.
Looking at?
No?
I don't know. I think he's been a top player.
No, but you know what I mean. Like I'm talking like OKC
1,
Russ,
2.
And it's just like been a downhill. The Rockets, the Lakers, like you know what I mean.
Yeah,
the
but right
Wizards.
now it's been great.
But great. I mean, what is he averaging? 11 points a game?
No, look it up.
Oh,
Tony,
gosh.
look it up.
Come on, dude, hurry up.
He hasn't been. He hasn't been great. Let's see what we got going on here. ESPN, Russell Westbrook.
What do you know? 11.4. But solid rebounding and assist numbers. 47% for him. It's pretty good. What's that old 3-point percentage, Tony?
Let's see it. I bet you it's in the 40s.
28.9.
In the 40s.
The free throw, 66.1.
How's Kawhi doing?
Kawhi has
He's
been good.
balling.
But it's funny. They've been balling. I still think when it comes down to it, though, right? Or
Yeah,
no?
you know,
Something's gonna happen. It just, I don't know. The Clippers are cursed, I guess.
Leonard averaging 24.4.
How many games did he play?
He's played a lot.
Yeah, I know.
45.
45, which is like a career high.
Stop it.
But yeah, I mean, it would be interesting. It's just something different. Obviously, Michael Bukta not looking for the Clippers to win this year, but I just have a feeling not even the NBA Finals. I think possibly the conference semifinals they might lose in.
Oh no.
So we'll have to see, Tony. What do we have coming up on Binge Buddies?
I'm pretty stoked for Binge Buddies. I don't know what Michael brings to the table because he never tells me ahead of time. But watch True Detective episode 4 yesterday. Gonna be recapping that. Curb Your Enthusiasm final season out on HBO. First
that
episode.
show is crazy. I mean, Tony, I'm not allowed to make a joke though. Come on.
I mean, I can't believe you would say that with a smile on your face, dude.
Curb, Michael? Curb?
No, it's funny.
Yeah.
It's
It is
Seinfeld,
funny, dude.
like on steroids, basically.
Yeah.
No filter.
So who's higher on the show? You or Tony?
On Curb? Yeah, probably me.
Like you're like big on Curb.
Yeah, like every episode is funny. There's not a not funny episode.
And then I'm guessing that you're big on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia too, or no?
I haven't been up on the
Yeah,
most
me
recent seasons, but like the first 5
please
seasons.
just do me that favor. Like you cannot tell me that is a good
There are some funny episodes though.
but I mean the majority of it is absolute shit. Like it's
crazy.
just so like okay, like we get it. How many times do you do the same thing and go over the top? And I mean it's like Will Ferrell might as well guest star next season. Okay.
Probably will.
So any other anything else you're gonna cover?
No, that's it, dude.
That's it, dude. Will Ferrell.
May not even do the show now anymore, honestly.
Come on, Tony. Honestly, you see it with It's Always Sunny though. Like it's a little ridiculous.
The newer seasons were kind of out of hand, but again, I kind of stopped watching it because I didn't have enough time. I'll have to look at
South
them.
Park.
No, I like South Park a lot.
Thank you, Mike.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, absolutely.
See, that's a shame because I feel like you would like South Park, dude.
Simpsons.
Because they
Can't
attack
do
a lot
No.
of things, dude.
Can't do it.
It
Simpsons.
can't.
You can do Simpsons?
No.
Really?
Stop.
Hmm.
I mean, it's like you might as well go watch Tarzan.
What?
That's not the same.
What?
It's not the same thing, but I'm
I
saying,
see what you're saying. I see.
Wait,
For
like-
you,
No, you
for
don't,
you,
Michael.
you're
No,
gonna
you
get
don't, Michael.
Something so left.
Michael's
big on
lying.
Tarzan?
Michael's
Like
lying.
the
It was
Disney
huge
movie?
on
Yeah.
Tarzan.
Oh,
yeah, he
dude,
loves
yeah, I'm a Disney
Tarzan.
Okay.
He watches
okay,
every night
okay.
to go to bed.
Yeah.
No, it's not true.
Well, now I feel bad because you like it, but if Tony liked it, it would be different.
Yeah, obviously.
No, but
obviously,
I
obviously.
for Barnes, I understand that's so left field. Like those
Yeah.
two options, he'd rather do Tarzan than I mean, at least he'd rather do Tarzan than that. I'll take that from Barnes.
I feel like Tony's still tight about Curb.
No,
Like,
he's tight about Patrick Mahomes
Yeah, I would
and
say.
like winning another Super
Oh,
Bowl. And
stop
being,
it,
honestly
dude.
more offended about like or more tight, I guess I would say, about the Curb scenario or Mahomes and Kelsey, Swift.
no, he hates
Why
him
am I
so
high about
much.
the Curb scenario? About you not liking Curb?
Yeah, I'm saying what kind of gets you burning more? Would you say?
I guess honestly, you not liking Curb because that's
Really?
that's ridiculous.
Really?
Like that show is fucking hilarious.
Yeah. Huh.
And I think you would like it because there's like people cheating on each other. They're like,
What?
no, yeah, you love that shit, dude. Dude, there's one episode where there's like, obviously Larry David is Jewish, and he's like trying to sleep with this like Palestinian woman who's like doing this rally for anti-Jew like rally. And he literally like there's a scene where like there's like the Jewish people part of the rally, and then there's the Palestinians. But the woman's on the Palestinian side, and she's like seducing him, and he's staying in the middle. He's like looking over at the Jewish people, and they're all like, "Come on, come over here!" And then the woman's like, "Larry, you're so sexy, your bald head or whatever." And then he fucking goes with the Palestinian woman, and then all the Jewish people hate him.
And folks, that's why you don't watch that show.
Yeah, all right, dude, whatever.
I gave you a shot, Tony.
No.
But that was pretty brutal, to be honest.
No, I like lacking senses of humor. It's good, dude.
Tony's
but-
tight.
You don't think though? One last question here, though.
Right.
Like those type of shows that we just
Right.
talked about. You're telling me though that the Like, I know I'm like, you're going to make fun of me for saying
I know
this.
what you're going to say.
But the organic stuff isn't so much more funny. Like, so much more funny that you don't know it's coming. It's not all set up.
Yeah, but like, this is not like inorganic. Like, this is organic. Like it's like this type of comedy show. Like, there are ad libs.
But I'm saying you don't laugh harder at something that happens like right in front of our face live versus some script bullshit.
I mean, I think it depends. Like, sometimes I laugh really hard at scripted stuff. Sometimes you say a joke and I have a straight face.
But it's not. I'm not talking Jeremy Schaap. Like, not that.
That's funny to me. I like that.
What were you gonna say, Michael?
No, I was watching this morning for the first time ever. It came on my TikTok feed, so this is why I watched it. I was literally laughing out loud. Impractical Jokers. Like, I was laughing out loud.
See, the thing with that show,
but because there's people's real reactions.
Yeah.
No, but also some of it's not.
Some of it,
yeah, which is like, come on, what are we doing?
Some
like,
of it I could see you could be invasive or whatever, but
no. And then I don't know. I think this was them. It might have been something similar, but there was this one thing where this guy just goes in a mall and it just tells everybody that the escalator is like dangerous and they can't go on it, but he's going on it and he's you have to walk back up, like go backwards.
Sounds like them, right?
And it's just like, I don't know. Like,
no, there was just a couple that were hilarious.
Yeah.
I could see how that show gets repetitive and redundant though. But they're from Staten Island. They went to Tony's school.
Really?
Yeah. To high school.
When you were there?
No.
Oh, okay. I think you're thinking of Curb right now. Like, it's that, like, you're that passionate about Curb.
I think you should give it a chance, dude. When's the time you sat down and watched an episode?
It was more one of those things like it's on the TV for like a second, and I'm just like, please just take
right.
this
So
off
you
right
never
now.
gave it a chance.
Because it's just, I don't know. I really try to see it, Tony, and it's just the over the top. I just don't see it. I just don't see why that like is attractive.
It's not really that over the top, honestly. Like, the reason
like
why
that scene you just said though, that's not over the top.
Yeah, but like if you were in that scenario, would you not be like kind of second guessing yourself
for watching it?
All right.
I had to say it. You asked the question, right? I just hate ending on a tight note because I feel like right now.
I mean, what are we gonna do? We got to end at some point. Dude. Let's go Rangers. See you later.
Oh man, honestly though, great show today. A little bit of everything, lots of interaction, a lot of people popping in and out of Instagram Live. So we'd love to see that. Also, the Dirty Tamale says, "Hey yo, Tony, my man."
The Dirty Tamale,
and then also says, "Yo, fellas, what's good?"
That name sounds really familiar. I should know. I think I know. I think I should know who that is. That'd be Kennedy.
A Kennedy.
Yeah.
Like the Kennedys?
No, unfortunately not like the Kennedys.
Okay.
Different Kennedy. One N.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Also, everybody, tomorrow, just for tomorrow, assignment situation, 8:00 start. So we're coming to you.
Oh, right. Wow, that's right.
8 a.m. early. It took Tony a second to recognize that one. Because he's still thinking about Larry David going out on a date. But yeah, no, really appreciate everybody who tuned in today and continues to comment, like, and subscribe. All of the archives on the YouTube page. Tony, Michael, Renee, and Jay in costume, the merch, downtimetv.com. Want everybody to enjoy the day, enjoy the games, enjoy Binge Buddies, and we will see you mañana.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do. Thanks again.